Welcome to Unqualified. I'm Emily Marks, and I'm with my wonderful friend Kim Hoffman.
Hi.
And Kim, you live in Germany, so that's
Exactly.
amazing. Yes, I met you here in Massachusetts like late summer. I think it
Yeah, it
was, yeah. So
was like
how?
August to September, I think. Right?
Yes, that's right. And we hung out a lot. It was really fun. We did a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah. Do you want to just talk a little bit about what you were doing here when you came over to
hmm
Massachusetts?
sure. So, well, first of all, hello. Yes, you already told them my name. Yeah, so I am currently studying theology
Mm,
here in Germany. Um, at like a little seminary close to Frankfurt.
mm,
Um, yeah, and one of our things we had to do one semester, not last semester, but the one before, was that we had to participate in some sort of an apprenticeship within a church.
mm.
Um, and I mean, I try to take every possibility that I have to get abroad
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just like not be in Germany. I mean, it's a great country, don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but I just love being somewhere else.
Totally, yeah. Okay.
And yeah, one of my professors, he is from your, well, he's not originally from your church,
Okay.
but he got sent out as a missionary to serve as a professor at my school.
Oh, cool.
And he just sent out an email being like, hey, if anybody wants to go to that church, do their apprenticeship there, just text me and we'll get things going.
Can
I
I
was
pause
like,
you?
yeah,
What's that guy's
sure.
name?
That's Joel White.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
cool.
not sure if like
Yeah.
names should be dropped or not, but yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
Um,
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's
but that's
fine. I think
awesome.
it's fine.
Yeah. No, he's great.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
He is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
so cool.
he's really cool.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
enjoy his classes very
Yeah.
much. But yeah, so I got in contact with him and then very quickly got in contact with your church,
Mm,
with Chip.
mm.
And yeah, things got going from there. So how long? I think it was a month, right? I've been with you guys for a month and just yeah, got to see how you live life as a church community
Mm,
and how Chip does things and
mm.
kind of like I don't know, compare it with how we do it in Germany and
Yeah.
what I know and what I'm used to and
Mm,
learn stuff, gather like informations
yeah.
about or information, you don't say informations, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like how you do stuff and what I like and what I maybe don't like, which was not that much. I don't remember if there was anything I was like, oh, that's really weird. You should
Yeah.
not do that. No, you guys do like church life very well. I
Mm.
appreciate it very much. I keep talking about it to this day. So
Oh,
yeah, you have
awesome.
made a big impression. And yeah, I enjoy it every day. So I'm like talking to everybody, like, go there, do your apprenticeship there. It's awesome. It's right by the sea.
Send more people. I know it is gorgeous if you're
Exactly.
able to see. Yeah. I know it was so fun. I'm so glad. Like I feel like we were kind of like instant friends when you came
Yeah,
too, and it was really sad when you had to leave.
it
But yeah,
was.
I'm so glad you came over. That was awesome, and it was so cool too to have that like format of like having would you yeah, an apprenticeship, is that what it was called, an apprenticeship
Yeah, I
or
guess. I
something like
mean,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, like but like to go to another church or like an internship maybe, isn't it? Yeah, anyway,
Internship. Yeah,
that's
that's
I
the
think
word I
that's
was
what, yeah,
looking for.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day and I was like, what's the
Like
word?
it's something
Yeah.
ship. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, English is not my first language. I'm trying though.
English is my first language and I still get it wrong all the time, so you're
Yeah,
so
I
good.
mean, it's the same with me in German, so.
Yeah, yeah. We all just piecing things together, yeah. That's so awesome. I love that. Well, so okay, you mentioned that you are doing evangelical theological studies right now.
Yes.
But I remember a while ago when you first met us, and we were talking on the phone before too, how you started with interior architecture first.
Yeah,
Okay, do you want to like
that's
dive
right.
into that a little bit?
Sure. So, I mean, right after school, I did a gap year,
Mm.
and there I was part of like, I don't know if maybe you know, it's what's it called? Mennonite Missionary, no, Mennonite Disaster Service. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
So their business is of like going to places where there was some sort of like disaster.
Mm. Yeah.
And the people who don't have the money to like pay contractors,
Mm.
they will help them rebuild their houses so that the people
Wow.
only have to pay for um, uh, the stuff they need for it, but not for the work, right?
Yeah, that's really
So we were helping them for a week, and I thought that was so cool.
yeah.
And I've been playing with that thought of studying interior architecture anyways, because that's one thing about me. I like doing stuff not many other people do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Awesome.
really did not know many people who did that. So I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's cool.
Yeah. That is cool.
And then being inspired by that gap year,
Mm.
that week, and everything else, yeah, I just enrolled and got accepted by some very funny ways of once it was like God pulled back the time where I thought I did not have enough weeks to do another internship I had to
Mm.
do for that school.
Yeah.
But then when my mom counted the weeks again, all of a sudden there were enough weeks, and I was like, how is that possible?
You're
Anyways,
like, hey.
so yeah, I studied that, but
Mm.
within the studies, it was 4 years.
Mm.
At some point, I started, I don't know, thinking about, well, is that really what I want for my life? It was not
Mm.
as fulfilling as I
Interesting.
thought it might be.
That's very interesting.
So I started working at a company. It was not really a company, it was me and my boss. So there were like two people in that company, but
Yeah, yeah.
I started working there, and it was let's just say it was not my favorite place to be.
Sure, sure.
Um, yeah, and then I was also helping out at my church with a like youth group and stuff, and I really, really enjoyed talking to the youth about their personal faith and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
totally.
And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And if you think about what possibly could fulfill your life in a
Mm.
sensible way, as a Christian, you will have to, well, not that you'll have to, but for me, it was that way of thinking of, well, what's more fulfilling than God and His Word and stuff.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so then also with that thought of, okay, if I want to do it, I don't want to do it the way everybody else does, because I know many
Right.
people who go like to Bible school and stuff. Um, I was like, if I want to do it, I want to do it like the hard way, the academic way. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
learn Greek. I want to learn Hebrew.
Yeah.
Um, and
That.
yeah, so I enrolled for that,
Wow.
which was also like a funny story
Oh.
because I remember one day I was like kind of on my knees praying, like, God, I don't know if that's what you want for my life, but if you want to, just
Yeah.
let me get accepted because I really don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I get that.
yeah,
I get a lot.
it's real.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and not long after that, I got the acceptance letter.
Mm.
So I went up to my pastor and I was like, "Hey, I got accepted." And he was like, "Well, that's really funny because he had to fill out some form." Um, and they actually told me that before they did not get every form, they will not even look at my application, right?
Whoa.
And he did not even send out the form he had to before I got my acceptance letter. So I was like, well, I guess God really wants me to go.
Yeah, 100%. That's like a clear, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. Oh. That's so
So
cool.
yeah, it was like a whole bunch of stuff that kind of led me to that point. And also like one thing where I want to kind of right now talk to, I don't know, that's kind of weird, but talk to everybody who
Yeah,
listens.
that's great.
Like if you think about doing something weird,
Mm.
and especially like I feel like as a woman,
Yeah, yes.
doing like a theological study, anything, that's like you don't really do that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
just want to encourage everybody and like especially the girls
yeah.
to like just do it. If you want to do it and you don't feel like God is really shutting down all the doors for you to
Mm,
get there, why not? Why not
yeah,
just try? Why not just like
literally.
go that path and try
Yeah.
it out? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I
There's really
love
not
that.
much.
I love that so much because like I feel like people like I I was about to say over spiritualized, but I hesitate to say that because I just did. But I hesitate to say that
Yeah.
in a sense of because like I feel like everything's more spiritual than we think it is. But what I mean by it is I think a lot of people are like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? It's like why don't you just try it? Like it's
Yeah.
okay to
Let's
just
just try.
try. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like even if like it doesn't amount to what you think it is, I feel like it good will still come from it because like you're literally like
Mhm.
especially in your field like you're studying the word and you're studying
Yeah.
like you're learning more about God. So it's like
Exactly.
what how could bad come from that? Like and
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. But that's really,
Yeah.
really cool. So yeah, so you're here and you're doing it like that's amazing. And it's like I don't know if I like cut you off earlier either, if you were gonna continue on talking about your story because I
Like
love
you'll have to cut me off at some point, probably. Like
it.
if I
Yeah.
keep talking, like I will get into like some sort of like a waterfall talking,
That's
you
good.
know? So just
We like that. That's great. And yeah, also like I love that you brought up prayer too because I think like a lot of people don't like when you were saying like you're like I was on my knees, I was like just like I didn't know what else to do but pray. I think a lot of people like that's exactly what we're supposed to do is pray like
mm,
because it's like the strongest thing we have. Like I think prayer is not talked about that often. It's also like
hmm
hard to be tangible for us because we are on the other side of the veil. Like God has his prayers in or has our prayers in heaven, like he's listening to them. But it's like we can't see that, so it's just like we don't think of prayer as like super duper powerful and stuff like that. But like it literally is the most powerful thing like we have.
is
So I love that like you started with it and now you're here, which is really cool. Like full blown ministry. That's really, really awesome. I love that. Okay, so I have another question. How are you doing now, like living out God's plan for your life? That wasn't your original plan of architecture, but like, how do you feel like now that you're like in it? Like, yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just going day to day. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm,
I mean, if
that's good.
it's like the whole topic of God's plan. Isn't there
Mm,
like a Drake song, God's plan? I
yeah.
don't know. Um,
Probably.
but I I don't know what God's plan for my life is. I don't know if I'll ever know. I don't know
Ooh,
if I need to know.
I love
Um,
that.
if there is like I'm 100% sure that he has a plan for each one of us. Like there's not one person on this planet Earth where God's like, oh, what just happened there? Like I did not
I
know
love. He's
this
like, oh,
person.
yeah,
Like, oh, no.
yeah.
Um, no. He definitely has like some sort of direction and
Mm,
like some sort of plan. But as you like said it before with the over spiritualizing everything,
yeah.
I don't know if we need to like have that sense of I have to have God's vision for my
Mm,
life, otherwise everything will fail. And
mm,
like I don't think that's how it works. Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, as I said, I think God has a plan for each one of us and he has some
Yeah.
cool vision, but it's not like everything is gonna fall apart if I take
Right.
one right turn where he wanted me to turn left. Like, okay,
Exactly.
it's no big deal. He will factor in our stupidity.
Yeah.
Um, but
He
yeah,
always does.
he always does, right?
I think so.
Sometimes there's I like to quote that quote. It's Martin Luther,
Mm.
our Martin Luther, not King Jr.
Yeah, yeah,
The old
yeah.
one.
The OG
The
Martin
one
Luther.
from
Yeah,
like over 500 years ago.
yeah,
He
yeah.
supposedly said that life is like a book in Hebrew. You'll have to read it from the end and not from the beginning, because like the
Ooh,
Hebrew language, the way it works, right?
yeah.
Um, and I
Oh,
think that's so true.
I love that. I never heard that before until just now.
Yeah,
I love that. Oh,
yeah, yeah. So like trying to figure out everything in advance
definitely.
oftentimes does not work.
It just
You
adds
just
stress.
have to like move, and then you might see it in the retrospect, but
Yeah, yeah.
oftentimes you will not know where your path goes. That's why the psalm, I think there's like this one psalm where it says, your word is like a light to my feet.
Okay,
And
yes.
like
I love that one so much.
the lights, like the lamp that they had back then, it was not like our street lamps where you can
Yeah,
see everything, right? It
yeah.
was just like this little path right in front of you. And then you continue. You just
Mm,
see one step after the other. So yeah, right now I'm just taking one step after the other. I
that's
don't know what
awesome.
comes next. I don't even know if I'll finish.
Yeah.
Um, I think like you said,
Mm,
I thought that I will go into interior architecture and just do
mm,
that for my life.
right.
But another friend of mine, she was like, okay, maybe God told you to do that, but he never told you to like keep
Mm.
doing it. He
Ooh.
just he
Ooh.
might just have told you to start the race, but not finish. You know what
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I like
trying to
that.
say?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. And like, sure, sometimes I want to know. Oftentimes I want to. Most of the time I want to know.
Like 100% of the time. Just kidding.
Yeah. Like I'm crying every night to God, tell me what it, but no, no,
Please, flashing
I'm just
neon
joking.
signs. Yeah.
Please send me a letter or something.
Yeah. It's like one of those smoke signals in the sky that like spells it out. Like, yeah.
That would be so cool.
That would
No,
be.
but he does not.
Yeah. Yes,
And
fireworks.
I'm learning to be okay with it.
Mm,
So yeah,
it's a
just
huge,
taking one step after the
that's
other,
huge
trying to figure
lesson.
out and being content and yeah, like trying to trust him with it.
Mm,
That's the hard part.
that is, oh my
To
God. Yeah,
trust
literally.
while you wait.
It's insane. That's like what like literal faith is. Like I loved how you brought up the verse that your word is a lamp into my feet and a light into my path.
Hmm.
I think I mentioned this in the last podcast video um from last week, but I also like it's been so present in my like life at the moment, like that passage. So it's really cool that you mentioned that and like we didn't even talk about that before. But I was at this prayer, I might just say the story again, but just briefly. But I was
Hmm.
at this not prayer, this worship night, and it was really dark out, and I had my phone flashlight like to guide me because I was like, I don't want to step in a puddle and get wet, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
it's like just naturally, and it was nighttime and all that kind of stuff, and I was literally like, I could see like this much in front of my feet, and I'm like, this is what it's like
Hmm.
being a Christian. Like, this is literally like that's exactly what, yeah. And
Yeah.
so that was very present. And then recently, like I wrote a song that had to do with that phrasing, like your word is a lamp into my feet and a light into my
Hmm.
path, because that's yeah, that's what faith is. And like how it isn't figuring out like what God wants for us, because we already know
Hmm.
that God wants the best for us and what's glorifying to him. Like we know what he wants is to like glorify him forever and stuff like that. But like with
Yeah.
our each individual like path of our lives, we can trust that he'll guide us through it because he knows everything. And I feel like that's what faith is,
Exactly.
not like figuring out what God wants.
No, no.
So I guess this kind of like leads into my next question. Like how has your faith been either built or formed through this? Like you've kind of touched on it already. But
Hmm.
like what yeah, like how has it either gotten stronger or how has parts of it gotten harder for you or anything like that?
Hmm. Yeah, that is something I've been trying to figure out
Mm,
myself right now.
totally.
Like I feel like right now, faith is it definitely. is a big part of my life. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong. I'm still a
absolutely.
Christian.
Got it.
And I will never like, I pray that I will never fall away from that. Um, but I think the way kind of how to live a Christian life,
Mm.
um, I'm kind of like
Yeah,
reconstructing it maybe.
yeah, totally.
Um, like
Mm.
I love that you brought up the analogy with your flashlight.
Mm.
Because I feel like sometimes Christian life is not even having the flashlight.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just pitch dark.
yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
it's so
and
true.
I feel like right now for me, it's more on the dark side of really
Yeah,
like standing in a dark surrounding, not
yeah,
really knowing,
yeah.
um, and figuring out how to live your faith within that.
Yes.
And like relearning how to have grace with yourself,
Ooh, yeah,
um,
absolutely.
of like not trying to fulfill some kind of religious practice, but
Yeah,
really
yeah.
live faith, you know?
Mm.
There's a book I just recently read by some Scandinavian author. A friend of mine, she gave it to me. I don't have it anymore.
Mm.
Um, and there was one passage where he talked to a monk, I think,
Ooh.
and also like talking about this topic. And the monk was like, I think God wants to tell you the way it is right now, it's okay. You don't have to do any more or any less. It's okay the
Mm.
way it is right now. And
Ooh.
that's like kind of my what should call it, like my one phrase I kind of cling to,
Yeah, like a
of
mission
being like,
statement almost.
God
But not like a mission
knows.
statement. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Like
a
God
life.
knows, and He's okay with it. Of course, like He invites me to go deeper,
Mm.
and He loves to spend time with each one of us,
Absolutely.
but also like He does not want any pressure on
Yeah,
of like, oh, you
yeah,
have to do that, you have to do this.
yeah.
It's sort of like to earn what would you want to earn? Like there's nothing you could do
You
to
can't.
earn God's love,
Yeah.
but also there's nothing you can do to lose it, right?
Right. Yeah. Which is
Um,
so cool
so
to think about.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I feel like it's a balance of like putting it's almost like by taking the stress off, we put stress on ourselves because we want to
Hmm.
control sometimes. But it just
Yeah.
makes me think like, I say sometimes, I'm like all the time I want to control, but like it makes me think like with the Pharisees, how God or Jesus was like, you brood of
Hmm.
vipers, like you're missing the whole point. Like it's not about all these things that you have to check off because on the outside, I bet the Pharisees looked like they knew exactly what they were doing and they acted like they
Yeah.
knew exactly what they were doing. They claimed
Hmm.
it too, but they just missed the love of God. And like that's what the whole Christian faith, I believe, is about is just like knowing that
Hmm.
like God loves you. Because like any other type of religion, would you kind of have to like work for your faith and you have to like earn it.
Hmm.
But then
Hmm.
Christianity is just like it's sealed. Like we just have to believe in Jesus. And like
Yeah.
obviously we want to like that bridges another topic, works versus and blah blah blah. And like we want to do good stuff, but it's not about that, I don't think. Like it's just about loving God and loving your neighbors and stuff like that.
Yeah. And everything else, like it comes from that. Like from the love you
Oh,
have to
totally, yeah.
God,
Yeah,
it produces like doing good stuff and like trying to live the
absolutely.
best and goodest
Yeah, yeah,
life
literally, yeah.
possible, right? So yeah, but
That's so
it's
true.
also just like important. There's one picture I'll I love. I try to share with everybody, so this is
Yeah.
like the perfect platform for
I
it.
love that, yeah.
It's not mine.
Mm,
My one of my professors, he showed it to us in like a first semester, I think.
mm,
Um, Also like talking about faith and
mm,
God's love to us.
mm,
And he was like, you'll have to imagine it more like if you use like a hand grip, like when you step into a relationship with God,
mm.
it's not like you do this, right? This
Yeah.
kind of representing God and this one person. Like it's not like that. And as soon as you're like, oh, I can't, like it's tough. Like God is like, oh, okay, well then I'm gone too. No, it's you have to think of it more of like a grip like this.
Ooh.
And when one day you'll be like, I'm kind of struggling. I don't know how to hold on. God is like, yeah, but I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still there and I'm still holding on.
I love that.
And I just love that. Like
Yeah.
it kind of looks weird doing
Yeah.
it in front of a camera, but um I just love it.
It feels like
And
you're
like
locked
thinking
in.
of that, even if yeah, if times are tough, God is still there. And just because it's tough for you, um, like he's still there. He's not going to be blown away by your struggles or by anything. And I
Absolutely.
just love that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think that's such a good analogy or visual, I guess,
Hmm.
because it's very true. It's really easy for us to compare God to relationships, like human relationships, like from people,
Yeah.
loved ones or whatever. Because
Yeah.
if like I'm sure everybody has gone through this to a certain degree, but like it's I went through some seasons where like I lost some people, like
Hmm.
lost some friendships or relationships, either out of proximity or that doesn't always happen, but just like sometimes it does, or out of just like different paths, like and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And so like when one person let go, it's just like the other person has to let go because you can't control that. Like, but then
Yeah.
I love that like God's not like that. Like
Hmm.
he's and it's also cool because like it applies in every way. Like we can think of heaven as proximity, but it's not. Like it's here
Yeah.
with us in our hearts. Like and so is God. And so I think that's really cool. That's like no, God is always holding on to us, even if it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it because we're not holding on to Him, but He's still. That's really cool. I love that.
He's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And so kind of like tying it back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier about like sometimes it's easy to in the way we talked about earlier over spiritualize things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things that God gifts are just there to be gifts to us. Like the
Hmm.
beauty of the earth is just beautiful for the sake of beauty. So that's like just a cool
Yeah.
thing to think about. And also there's like fun things about life. Like it's not something that we're always like yes, the Christian life is like take up your cross and follow me like Jesus said. But I think that he put fun things so that we could enjoy life and have fun.
Yeah.
So like what are things that
Absolutely.
you are doing like to just have fun in this life?
Goodness.
It's such a broad question. It's a weird question, but I just yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, right now I am just really enjoying being around friends.
Mm.
Like I think community is so important.
Yes.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
especially like once you're kind of in that season of everything is kind of dark and you're struggling with
Absolutely.
everything. Um, having people who like, I don't know, just make life easier, just be there, who just
Absolutely.
are there. That's right. Um, so yeah, I've been enjoying that a
Mm.
lot. Um, and then also just like, I don't know, I'm looking at one of my tomato plants right now. I took very much pride in growing these little green
I love
monsters. Um,
that.
yeah, so like
That's so
I don't
sweet.
know, stuff has been so different
Yeah.
now. Like I've been taking up so many new hobbies this
Awesome.
winter,
I love that.
and I really much enjoy them.
Yeah.
Um, but it's also a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything kind of, well, I don't know. It's just fun to do some
Yeah.
new stuff and try out new things and
Yeah.
yeah, just sometimes also just like sit on a balcony and
Mm.
enjoy the birds chirping or something like that. Like waking up in the morning, seeing the blue sky and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's just very nice. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's really wonderful because it's easy to just get like um it feels like drowned is the appropriate word. I don't know if it is, but it's
Mm,
easy to feel like you're drowning in the midst of like this whole life because kind of like I feel like as Christians, I mean, I feel this way, I'm sure a lot of other people do. where we're like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Like it's all for like God's glory. It's all for this. It's all for this. I'm putting more stuff on, but then
Yeah.
it just ends up being busyness for the sake of busyness, and so
Yeah.
it's just like it's nice to just sit back and being like, okay, as we figure out this whole life thing, like just to be like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna enjoy the
Mhm.
painting that is in live action right now. That
Yeah.
is the sky and the
Yeah.
sea and like all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that. And it's also like, I mean, I say figure out life, but I kind of like what you were mentioning before, like not even like looking to the future. Like we're not even supposed to really figure it out that much. I feel like
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, we're here and we're like, all of us naturally figure it out, I feel like, but it comes to a point where we're just like, well, we're here. So like that, I think that's going off of faith again, just being like,
Yeah.
I can trust God with today and I don't have to worry about tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's like the consider the lilies verse. It's just like God's clothing.
Hmm.
They're
Hmm.
beautiful. If they're beautiful and God like loves them, like how much more? And it's also like the birds and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm butchering the verse, but you know what I mean. It's like also the birds. um, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. There's an
Yeah.
analogy that you mentioned over the phone a little bit ago. Do you remember what it was about the puzzle?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about
Um,
that?
the puzzle. So, one of my newest hobbies is watching New Girl
Yeah, let's go.
and rewatching and like watching it on YouTube and Instagram Reels
Oh
and
yeah.
Disney Plus and everywhere. It's everywhere. Um, and I just rewatched one scene that we did talk about the other day too. But the puzzle one,
Yeah.
it's so funny. It's that one episode where Schmidt, no, not Schmidt, it was Winston. He takes up the rare occasion where he does a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
And he sits in front of all the pieces, being all excited about doing a puzzle.
Yeah. It's like,
And he's like, I wonder what's it gonna be. And Schmidt, he just he gets so furious about that. Because like, what do you mean? What's it gonna be? It's right there on the box.
you can see it.
You can see the picture it's supposed to be. But yeah, there's so much in that scene. And in the end, like the way Winston does puzzles, it's like he just puts the pieces together randomly and they don't fit. And like in the end, it's just like a big woozle goozle of just pieces that don't fit.
It doesn't add up.
No. And kind of like taking that and yeah, looking at the puzzle, like Winston looks at the puzzle, um, like we look at our life.
Mm.
And maybe God is like, what do you mean? You wonder what's it gonna be. It's right there on the box.
Look at the box. Yeah.
Maybe, because he can see it all, right?
That's so
But
funny.
we're like randomly putting the pieces together, and in the end, it's still like sort of a puzzle. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
not the right
It
one, but
works.
it still is an artwork, I
I was just
guess.
thinking that artistic touch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of
So
mixing the pieces.
that's life. That's life right now. It's like
So true.
um it's difficult, it's interesting, it's funny and
The puzzle.
like the song I shared with you,
Yes,
there's
yes.
that line of like life is like a telephone pole, like coming out of nowhere. You're like, what just happened? Like where did that come
Yeah,
from?
literally.
And it's like this constant being surprised by stuff and the twists and turns and yeah, and just going with the flow and
Yeah.
being okay with the puzzle not looking like it's looking on the box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's so many analogies in there, but it's such a it's really funny too because I love that he just like I mean, I don't think I saw this episode because I watched what season is it? Not that it really matters. So what season is that in? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because
I did not rewatch that one.
I saw the first like two seasons like 300 years ago. So it
Yeah.
was
I
like,
think it's in one of the later
oh, okay,
seasons. I mean, there are seven, I think.
I need to watch that show. Yeah.
It's
um,
really good.
yeah, I really liked what I did see, like the first couple seasons. That was really good. I'm a
I
go.
mean, that show kind of was what inspired me to get bangs, right?
No
I watched
way.
it so much that I was like, I really want something different with my
Yeah.
hair, and maybe bangs would be a good idea.
Oh,
I
we
don't
love
know.
bangs. I have
I
them. I
mean,
just didn't do anything with them
yeah,
today. So
I know.
that's so fun. Yeah. No, I love that. And yeah, it's really like I know there's so many things to that. But I love just the analogy of just like, yeah, we're just like looking at a puzzle and being like, I have no
Yeah.
like he didn't even look at the box, so he's just like, I don't
No,
even know what to
just
like
stumped
expect.
it out and
So we're just
started.
gonna fit pieces together and see what
He
happens.
didn't even look at the corner pizzas.
Oh, no. You're not supposed to do that. So I'm over here like, you gotta make the outward part first, the frame,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
like,
fill in the middle.
no, no, he didn't even look at. No.
Okay, I can see where Schmidt's coming from now. Me
Yeah.
too. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Didn't even,
That's so
yeah.
funny.
Ah,
But yeah, oh, that's
you
funny.
know.
Yeah,
But
but
then
it's a
like talking about life and um the twists and turns, there's another episode, and that's in season three,
mm,
where Nick and Jess are like talking about future and what they imagine their future is gonna be.
mm,
Um And Nick, he has this wild plan of being a galactic truck driver because he was like, I don't know what like what's gonna happen. Maybe we will live on the moon in 20 years from now. Who knows?
you never know.
And Jess was that's so stupid. Like you should have like a normal plan for your life. And so they got like in some sort of an argument about it.
Mm,
And I loved the way Nick looked at it, being like, I don't know what's going to happen.
yo,
Like,
literally.
really trying to figure out life, like that much life beforehand, does not make much sense because you
Yeah.
don't know what is going to happen,
No,
right?
literally.
Like, I did not think I was going to study theology in
Yeah.
a little town close to Frankfurt, like almost 4 hours from where I grew up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Being that far from family and stuff. But
Mm,
I mean, it got to that point, and now I'm very, very much happy with that decision.
mm,
But it would not have made much sense to try and plan out my life
yeah.
that many years in advance, because you don't know what's going to happen.
That's so
Like,
true.
there are some
So true.
things, sure, you should have goals and dreams for your life,
Mm,
and some sort of direction of where it's going. But you shouldn't, in my opinion, you should not try to plan out every little detail because in the
yes.
end that's just going to bring disappointment.
Yes.
And you don't want to get disappointment. And oftentimes, as we do as humans, I think that's what happens to me often, is that when I get disappointed, I'll be disappointed in God because I'd be like, oh
Mm,
God, you knew what I wanted. Why didn't you just give it to me?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Mm,
like that maybe was not ever like God what God wanted, like
yeah.
talking about God's plan and stuff. We don't know what he wants. Like
Mm,
we know like the big what he wants. He wants
yeah.
us to be with him, right? That's like the number one thing he wants. But everything else, he gives us freedom.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Absolutely.
well, there are the puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Do with it as you like.
You don't even have to start with the frame first. I'm just
You
kidding.
don't even have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's so good. And I think you're spot on that with like not even like figuring out the details because I like am very much I feel like my whole life I was used to just being like, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, like not even
mm,
dating anybody and I'm planning out my wedding, like that kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I feel ya.
right. Yeah, I'm like, it's gonna be in the fall. It's gonna. Just kidding. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you
and like,
probably
there's
have
like,
like a Pinterest board,
oh
right?
girl, I have like a detailed Pinterest board with sections in it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And so it's like those kind of things. But it's like, and those kind of things are just fun. Like, oh, I love to figure them out, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like having that kind of attitude towards life is very much like, well, you literally know, like, you've no idea. Like I was talking to some friends, they have two kids, and they're like, well, you can't like
Hmm.
figure out or like you can plan as much as you want, but like you don't know what it's
Yeah.
gonna like be like to have kids until you have kids because you've
Hmm.
never met them before. You don't know what their personalities are. You don't know what like you like all this kind of stuff. And that's exactly like what everything else is like. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And so it's also just like I don't know if it's the same verse for the lilies and stuff like that, but when God was like, tomorrow has enough worries in it for
Hmm.
itself. And
Exactly.
like, I forgot where it was, if that was the same spot or not. But it's just like that picture of like, don't worry, because that's what it is. Like, control is a
Yeah.
form of worry, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, that's what it says in the Lord's Prayer. That's what you call it, right?
yeah, yeah,
With the
yeah.
daily bread. I mean,
Yes, exactly.
um,
Yes.
he talks about forgiving people. I
Mm,
don't know. I've heard it somewhere once. I don't know why I just brought it up, but
go for
so
it.
he
Go for it.
talks about the daily bread, right?
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
the next part about forgiving people.
Mm,
And so that's just like a random excursion right
let's
here.
go. Yeah.
Um, Talking about the daily bread and the forgiving, and that that's connected.
Mm,
So being like, you'll have to forgive people daily.
yes.
So and not just once and then
Yeah.
never again, right?
Right.
But
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to talk about that any longer. I really don't know why that just came up.
Oh, I feel
But
like it all connects. Like,
yeah, I mean, it always does,
it
right?
really
It's
does.
like the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's the puzzle, man.
Winston's puzzle. Yes.
Winston's puzzle.
No, I
Yeah.
think it's very true. And like, yeah, with that, the daily bread situation is something that's been very present on my mind as well. Like, give us
Yeah.
this day our daily bread, forgive us our debts as we forgive those who like or sin
Hmm.
against us, whatever the phrasing is. It's very like calling us to be present, like with the people in our lives, like whether it's about like
Yeah.
forgiveness or like
Hmm.
love or like anything. It's just like
Yeah.
we're called for right now because like the past already happened, the future's going to happen, but the present is all we know. And there's this
Hmm.
C.S. Lewis quote that I like love to bring up all the time, but it's when he said something like the present time. I'm butchering it, but the present time is when the present day is when time touches eternity. And so I thought that that
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah. I know that quote. I
Yeah,
love it.
I don't know which book it's
But
from.
that's like the closest we can get to
Yes,
eternity
yes,
on
exactly.
Earth right now. Yeah.
Yes, because like he said in the Bible, forgot where, but eternity is placed in our hearts. And so if it's like
Hmm.
if eternity is placed in our hearts, eternity is weirdly outside of time because time can't
Yeah, it
contain.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like it's weird to think about. Like my brain will break if we talk about it anymore. But
Yeah.
but I like truly believe that like this life here is a continuation into heaven. It's not like you have the world and then it stops and then heaven starts.
Oh yeah.
I like truly believe that like all of our relationships here, all of well, I feel like it's really about relationships, but like our experiences, it's
Hmm.
it's muddy because like no sin is going to be in the new earth and stuff like that, but I believe that it matters, and since it matters, it's going to come with us. And
Hmm.
so to a certain extent, like again, there's going to be no sin and stuff,
Yeah.
but we can't really process that because it's ingrained in what we know. Anyway, all that's to say is that like if that's true, then like because our brains are so limited, we can't think about the future. So we have
Hmm.
to be present now because that's what matters. Um, and so
Yeah.
yeah, but it's interesting though because like so much of the world and Christianity in certain aspects, or Christians, I mean, pull our attentions to think about these things and like,
Hmm.
strive for a head, blah blah blah, all like these things, and it's just like, yes, but like God is present with us, so let's be present with
Hmm.
Him, and then
Yeah.
from that, everything else will flow or follow.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh man, I just love thinking about eternity actually.
me too.
Just like thinking about that place of everything's just gonna be fine. We're gonna see like all the people we miss here.
Yeah,
And like also like people
absolutely.
from the Bible. I am thrilled to talk to some of those people and be like,
Right?
David, what did you
Like,
think?
yo, can
Like,
you sing some of your
why?
songs? Or that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. Peter, what was it like walking on water?
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
what was it like feeling like you're drowned?
yeah, right, yeah.
Like
I
just
know, it's just
being
like,
like a weird kind of fangirl and
yeah,
talking to everyone. I
yeah,
mean, we'll
please sign
have
my forehead with a
eternity
Sharpie.
to
No, it's
do it, right?
yeah,
And then I don't know. I think it's gonna be so, so cool
yeah,
being there and I don't know, seeing Jesus and
yeah.
one of my friends, she was the way she imagined heaven, I loved it. He was like, I kind of imagine it like we're all there, God is sitting on his throne, and we're just like worshiping him all the
Mm.
time. And when you need it, you'll just run to him and sit on his lap and just like cuddle a little bit. And
Oh.
when it's all good again, you'll go back and worship. And, and I just love that picture of being like a child and being able
Yeah.
to run to your father and just like I don't know, get that comfort. Not like
Hmm.
you would need comfort here on earth because bad stuff happens, but
Hmm.
just because I don't know, he is where everything comes from. He is
Yeah.
like the perfection itself. And
Yes.
just thinking about cuddling with God, I don't know, I love it.
I do too. Yeah, I like I can't even wait. Like sometimes um I slip into the mindset and I definitely used to sit in this mindset of like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't want Jesus to come back yet because I haven't done this, this, and this, and this, and this, and
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. I
Um,
get it.
yeah, yeah. And but like
Yeah.
times like this conversation now, I'm just like, you know what? Jesus can come back right now if he wants to. Like, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
I'm fine with this, yeah. I
And that's the
mean,
thing too. Yeah.
sure, there are things we all still want to do, and those are God-given things. I don't think that
Yeah.
it's bad to
Yeah.
want those things. I mean,
Absolutely.
sure,
Yeah.
we'll have to like look at what extent, like, how bad it is that we want those over Jesus, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
in the
I
end,
agree with you.
it's all good, I think.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
too like, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
like a whole topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, they were gifts
yeah,
though. Yeah, they're good gifts.
yeah,
Like,
they're gifts to
yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made them.
And
Why
that's the
not
thing too,
enjoy?
like kind of tying into what we were talking about before. Like these are like we're meant to enjoy this life. We're meant to like
Yeah.
there's like the joy of the Lord is our strength. Like that's really cool.
Hmm.
Like God gives us joy
Hmm.
and then we can yeah, go out from that
Yeah.
and do stuff.
Like if you look at, oh, I love that. If you look at the way Jews celebrate everything,
Yeah,
like
literally. Literally. Yeah.
when did we stop celebrating a
Yes.
wedding for 7 days straight?
Ah, that's
When
what's going to
did
be
we
on my Pinterest
stop?
board. 7-day wedding. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I
Oh,
want to
that's so
celebrate for seven
true.
days.
When did that stop? Oh, I like that. Yeah,
We
we should
should bring it
celebrate
back.
more.
Yeah,
Let's all get some
absolutely.
cake and celebrate. It's like today's a new day.
Let's celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I
awesome.
think like celebrating life in that way, it's also honoring to God. Like you don't
Mm,
have to put some sort of Christian label on everything just to
yeah,
make it Christian.
right.
Somebody, I read it somewhere, I don't know, probably on Instagram or something. Um, and they were like, if you want to do something the Christian way, you don't have to
Yes,
write Jesus is Lord on everything you do. You just
yes,
have to do your best
yes.
and honor
Yes.
God with that. And I love that thought of, okay, I don't like if I want to produce clothes, I don't have to produce Christian clothes
Yeah,
with like Bible verses on them.
yes,
I'll just do really, really, really good clothes.
yes, yes.
Period.
With excellence. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's so
like
true.
not overachieving excellence, like the way
Mm,
that will break you too, but
right.
like to the extent where you know that's like the best I can give, and
Yeah.
then let God do the rest and
Yeah,
honor him with that.
absolutely. Yeah. I
Mm,
think that's so
talking to
true.
myself.
What'd you say?
Talking to myself.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
no,
it's
literally.
so easy to talk about that stuff, but implementing it in your life, that's a
No,
whole
it's literally
other,
so true. But it makes me
that's so
like wonder, like we're it's like we're all gonna be like we all have jobs in heaven, we all have like places, and so it makes me think of like that's what it's gonna be like. Like we're all gonna do these
Hmm.
things with excellence, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's so cool to think about. But like you, yeah, even just thinking like again, bringing our minds back to the present, and being like, how
Yeah.
can we like live this life with like it's that verse. It's like whatever is true, lovely, noble, admirable, if anything's excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
think that also ties in with celebration. Like
Hmm.
celebration is like acknowledging the goodness of the thing that we're celebrating. And so it's
Yeah,
just like, yeah, if everything is God given, then it's just like, I think we need to throw some more parties up in her. So,
we do.
yeah,
Yes,
we do.
please. Every day.
Let's go.
Or like Schmidt would say, I could do this all day.
Yeah.
All day,
Yeah.
son. Yeah,
Party.
so
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
I mean, every day should be like a service. And like,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
how did they have a service back then? I don't really know actually, but I mean, who says that we cannot like celebrate it in some sort
Yeah.
of way? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's music in a service.
Yeah.
Music is nice for celebration, right?
Yeah, exactly. Totally. And also, like, if God's mercies are new every morning, like it says, then it's just like, that's
Hmm.
another thing. Like, God celebrates every morning. Like, God's just
Oh,
like, here you go. Here's another present. It's today. And, ah, it's called the
here's
present.
another.
And it is a present. Oh my gosh. Hey,
Ah,
that's kind of cool.
that is so cool.
I like that. Anyway. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, we should celebrate more. I like that. I think that's the takeaway from this podcast episode. It's just celebrate more. I like that. Oh,
I'm for it.
that's great.
Yes.
Well, at the end of each podcast episode, we have a song recommendation. And
Yeah.
so you mentioned a song that I listened to today and I loved it. Do you want to like talk about it a little bit or introduce it?
Sure. Um, so it's called Telephone Pole
Mm,
by Colony House.
mm,
I don't know the exact words. I could look it up right now, but I don't know if that's too much. Um,
whatever.
yeah, Colony House, I love them. They're like
Mm,
some sort of alternative Christian. I don't know if you want to put the label Christian band on them,
mm,
but they do have that background kind of. Um, and yeah,
okay.
so this song is like I quoted one line
Yeah, yeah.
where they're like, "Life is like a telephone pole." Um, and I'm the vehicle spinning out of control.
Yeah,
That's what they sing, right?
I like
Um,
that.
there's it's not all that dark. The
It's a good
it's not
analogy though.
like yeah. So yeah, so in the chorus they're talking about that one day is a blessing, the next day is a curse. One day I'm moving forward and the next I'm in reverse.
Mm.
Um, and just like touching on that of like, okay, sometimes it's one step forward and two steps back,
Oh yeah,
but the other days it's like two steps forward and one step back. And
exactly.
you'll get like you'll just dance through
Yeah,
life.
I like that. Do the
Not
waltz
really
and shake.
knowing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
praying through it that God will kind of protect you
I love that.
and dance the dance with you.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it's like this whole
Ooh,
song of not really knowing where life is going.
yeah.
Oh, that rhymes.
I was like, that's good. I like that.
I
I'm gonna
should
put
write
that
a
in the
song too.
thing.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and just like kind of how to deal with the stuff life throws at you. And
100%.
that it's really not something you can plan, that sometimes stuff gets thrown in your face and
Mm.
you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but also like knowing that that's life and it's okay.
Yeah.
And
I love
yeah,
that. I loved listening to it because it was just like this is a bop. Like it was like everybody. It was very like it was very celebratory. Honestly, like the
yeah,
like pumped up music. Like that was awesome.
yeah, yeah,
I so I also had a recommendation for today, but then one just came to mind, which I don't know if that's just me being like I love music, but like so there'll be three recommendations today. So telephone pole will be one of
Nice.
them.
Yeah.
um, and then the one I thought of before is called Citizens by John Guerra, and
Hmm.
that one is it kind of like now that I'm thinking about it, it really locks in with citizenship in heaven and like what that's like. But it starts with lines, I have a heart full of questions, quieting all my suggestions. What is the meaning of Christian in this American life?
Hmm.
And I love, like, this was the first song that brought me to listen to John Guerra's music. And I love
Hmm.
all of his music so much. Like, the style, it's very like folky, but like, what am I thinking of? Moody's not the right word. It's not like emo. I'm not saying that, but it's like it's very like a really cool like synthy style like tempo. I'm not describing it right, but it's folky, for lack of better
Okay.
words. Yeah, very devotional music. Yeah. Anyway, so it's just he creates space for questions and like honest questions, and it's really I think I love this song paired with this episode too because like we're just in the middle of this life, and so it's like really cool just to
Hmm.
be like you know thinking about that, and it goes to the heaven too, which is what we talked about, which is cool because yeah. The other song that popped in my head was called "Dancing on the Waves." I think by Bethel. I can't remember, but as soon as you were talking about like life is like a dance, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a song that I was thinking of, and so
Yeah.
like that's very much what it is, like dancing with Jesus on the waves, like Peter walking on the way, like you mentioned too.
Yeah.
And so yeah, those three songs today.
And you know what? While you were just talking, two more songs popped in my
Let's go.
head.
We're gonna have a
So
little
one would be
playlist.
in German, so I will not really
Ooh,
recommend it.
you've
But
never heard it? That's
she
cool.
she sings about that Jesus being the finish line, where she's
Ooh,
like, "You are my." Well, in German, it's the same word for goal, but
oh yeah.
goal is not like the real what she's trying to say with it, but like the finish line. That he is the thing we're just like she's trying to get to, that
Mm.
he is her passion and stuff. Um,
Wow.
it's like very melancholy and
That's a good
slow
word for
song.
it. That's what the other. Anyway, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Nice.
You got it.
And then the other one is by Emma Nissen. Um,
I love her
I don't
so
know if
much.
it's
Okay,
called.
sorry.
Yes, yes. I am planning to visit her in concert. I don't know, in July, I think. But
Is she
anywho,
going to Germany?
um, yes, but also to the Netherlands, and that's not really far either.
I
So
might take a plane ticket.
yeah. Yeah, you should
I
go.
love her so much. She's
Um,
amazing.
and she has a song where she sings, I think that's also the title. We're just walking each other home or
That's one of my
something.
favorite songs by her. Ah, I love it so
Yeah,
much. We're
yeah,
all just walking each other home. Yeah, it's so good.
exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
The
so
thought of like being in community and just walking each other home to heaven and
oh,
yeah,
that's so good. That's such a
celebrating
good
each
song.
step.
I love that. Yeah, that's a great song for this episode. That's actually kind of
Mhm.
perfect. Wow. I'm glad that you thought of that like right now. That's awesome.
Um,
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been so awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about life and talking about New Girl and music and this life and all
It's
this
been
kind
a
of stuff.
blast.
It's been so fun. That's what I'm gonna title this episode. I'm gonna call it New Girl. I think that's a good name for it. But yeah, very
Yeah.
excited. Awesome. Well, you're amazing. And I will talk to you sometime soon. It'll be great.
Yeah.
um, keep at it. I'll be praying for you and this whole walk that we're all going on. So I'll just walking each other home. And I'll see you guys next week. So yeah, everybody have a great day. Awesome. Bye.